Hello everyone and welcome to War Thunder with Johnny Thunder. Today we're playing the closed beta on the tank server. I'm taking out the Panzer Kampfwagen 3 Ossif M. Yes, that is the name of this tank. So one thing that's really interesting about the tank server I've been noticing, at least from playing it for a while now, is that you're either doing really well in the tank server or you're doing horrible. There doesn't seem to be much in between. And I've been playing a little bit of the higher tier tanks, and I definitely do a lot worse in the higher tier with like the Tiger, for example, than I do with this tank.
Roger that. Fire.
And so it's really interesting, and I think the reason that is because there is this there's a lot of this one-shot killing that goes on in this game, which I really like. I do enjoy the one-shot kills in this game. It makes the game a lot more satisfying than World of Tanks. Because in World of Tanks, you know, you can do a huge amount of damage and it'll just knock down some on the health bar. And so you really have to spend some time hammering your enemy in World of Tanks to kill them. Whereas in this you can get one-shot kills, which makes it very interesting to play because you're either doing really well or you're doing terrible. And like in this example, I'm doing really well, and that guy is doing really terrible. And if that guy wasn't doing terrible enough, this guy is also doing terrible. So, that's a perfect example right there of what I mean by you're either doing well or you're doing terrible, because those guys, I don't even think they fired a shot in this game yet, and they just ran out there and got killed by me. And I, of course, ran out there and killed them both. So I'm doing great, they're doing terrible. And that's the way it pretty much seems to be on the tank server. You're either doing good or you're doing terrible, because you're either doing the one-shot kills or you're getting the one-shot kills. And the thing about one-shot kills is you can generally only, get one-shot killed once. Although with these tanks you can get one-shot killed twice. Which is the interesting thing about the spawn mechanic they have now. I'm really liking the spawn mechanic as it is currently in the game, at least in realistic battles. With medium tanks like this, in realistic battles you have an extra life, and that's really interesting and makes the game cool. The thing that makes this interesting is that currently right now there's no repair times. Everything's repaired for free because the tank server is up only at certain hours of the day, so you wouldn't want to have repair times if you're only going to play 6 hours a day, or if you only have an opportunity to play 6 or maybe 12 hours a day. But what makes it interesting and why I think this spawn mechanic work is because I'm hoping when the game goes into full release, how it's going to work is if they keep this spawn system of 2 spawns per tank for medium tanks, you'll have your first tank. If you lose that tank, you're going to have to pay the full repair cost, and then if you lose the second tank, you're dead. And in this way, it really incentivizes the player to not lose their tank, which is something I thought was going to be lost with the repair, or with the two, or the additional tank you get with medium tanks. That sense of self-preservation. And with this system, you have a sense of not paying too much for your repair costs. So you want to reduce those, and so you don't want to lose your first tank. But if you lose your first tank, you have your second tank, but then you only have one life to live. So it really gives you an incentive to stay alive. The only exception is with reserve tanks, but I'm okay with reserve tanks not having an incentive to stay alive. because reserve tanks are probably going to do a lot of dying. So this game I was doing pretty well. As you can see, I've already gotten 4 kills, and 3 of them were one-shots, as you can see. And so that's what's great about this game. It's very satisfying to one-shot kill an opponent in this game, because unlike World of Tanks, where you know you're just sort of aiming for the body of the tank and maybe trying to aim for spots where there's less armor. In War Thunder, you're aiming for the individual components of the tank. So if you keep on hitting the same component over and over again, you're not going to do much damage. But if you hit the right component, like the fuel tank, you can get a one-shot kill very easily if you get a penetration and hit the right component. And it's an extremely satisfying feeling when you get those kills, because you know that not only did you hit the tank, you hit the tank and the exact right component to disable that tank. And that's very satisfying when you realize that it wasn't just blind luck that ended up making you kill that tank in one shot. It was skill, heavily skill based. So I just got shot from the right. I didn't realize I got shot from the right, and then this guy kills me. And I didn't realize he was there until too late, so too bad for that. But fortunately, I have an extra life. And so 4 kills and 1 death, that's pretty good. And being still alive allows me to still scare the enemy, more or less. So, I don't really know what else to mention about in this game. It's that I can think of off the top of my head. It's just it's a very fun game. It's way more satisfying than World of Tanks. Of course, I've mentioned all this. And then the aspect of one-shot killing truly makes this game, I don't know if superior is... Yeah, I guess I can say that. I do think this game, at least currently, is superior to World of Tanks. Not in necessarily a game perspective, but definitely in a simulation perspective. And that's what I've always been looking for. I think I've mentioned this before in other videos, but I'm looking for that authentic World War II feeling. And I don't know what happened there. You just noticed that I repaired part of my tank. He shot off that thing. I don't know what that was. I don't know, it's confusing, really. Apparently, for some reason, I'm mysteriously, magically healing. Is that what's going on? And am I accidentally invincible? I hope not. But yeah, the World of Tanks, I've been playing World of Tanks after playing a lot of this, and every once in a while when I'm playing World of Tanks now, I kind of feel like, I don't really want to play World of Tanks. Because World of Tanks is a good game from a game perspective, but it's not a good simulator. Honestly, it's a pretty bad simulator. I mean, you'd never see a shot like that in World of Tanks. Someone comes around the corner and blows the thing up. I suppose, I don't know, coming out with that new patch for patch 9.0 for World of Tanks, and they could blow off. You can be able to blow off the turrets on tanks and stuff like that. So maybe you will be able to do that in the future. But as it currently stands, this is just a far more satisfying tank simulator / game than World of Tanks, I feel, can ever really be. I mean, you know, the sounds are all authentic. You really can, you feel like you're driving a tank. You can shift gears if, you know, you have your controls set up like that, which I do. And, you know, I didn't even think about that when I was playing this game. That, you know, those guys back in World War II with the tank drivers, they actually had to shift gears manually. I'm so used to automatics these days that, you know, we don't even think about it when we're driving. That people used to use manuals all the time. I mean, they still do occasionally. So this game's pretty much wrapped up. So yeah, that was that video. I hope you enjoyed it. I sure as heck enjoyed playing that game, since I did so well. I even unlocked the Tiger. As you can see, I did pretty freaking well there. So yeah, the Tiger got unlocked. And so, okay, thank you.